Okay, guys, so have you guys ever heard of a biome before?
No.
No. Okay, so how many of you have ever been to the snow?
Me.
Yeah, okay. So what can you tell me, when you go visit the snow, what do you see?
Snow.
You see snow, right? That's a very important point. I will bring that up later. What else do you see?
Trees.
Trees, that's a good one. What else, guys? What else do you see? Those are very good examples.
Animals.
Have you guys ever seen a bear?
Oh, bears, yeah.
Yeah. Don't, make sure they don't attack you, but yeah, there are bears over there too, and deer. I see a lot of deer never go to snow. So, snow, there's a kind of biome, it's called the tundra, and it has snow. Basically, tundras themselves don't have snow, but those biomes can have snow, yeah. So, basically the way it works is, so we said that there's snow there, we said there are plants and animals there, and you said that there's snow there too. So a biome has, so are bears, are those living or non-living?
Living.
Living, why are they living? What makes them living?
They're alive.
They're alive, right. So what do they do that makes them living?
They grow.
They grow. Living things grow. Non-living things won't grow. So, is this table, is it living or non-living?
Non-living.
Why?
Because it can't grow.
It can't grow. Are we living or non-living?
Living.
Why?
Because we can grow.
Because we can grow. See, you guys are tiny, and one day you're going to be big like me. Because you're going to grow. Okay, so we are going to make, so we said that there are living things. So, you said the tree, is that living or non-living?
Living.
Living, right, because it
grows.
Because it grows. We also said that there are bears there. Are bears living or non-living?
Living.
Why?
They can grow.
They can grow, right. Now, you guys also said that there was snow there. Is snow living?
Is it? I don't know.
Does snow grow?
No.
Right, so is snow living or non-living?
Non-living.
Non-living, good job. Okay, so what's the difference between like the desert and like the snow, the tundra? What's the difference?
The snow's cold.
Cold. When you're at the snow, you're cold, and that's a big difference. Different biomes have different climates, and by climate, I don't mean just temperature, because if you're cold and you have no water, you have cold and lots of water, those are two different biomes. So it's not just temperature. Temperature is a big part, but it's not just temperature, it's also, you know, precipitation, water. Depending on how much water you can have different biomes, because different plants can grow there. So do you think a desert can grow in the snow?
No.
No, it needs different amounts of water. Okay, so we're going to make a biome today. So here, you start off with your soil. Is soil living or non-living, guys?
Non-living.
Why is soil non-living, guys?
It doesn't grow.
It doesn't grow. Good job. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to take your finger, make a little indentation. Now, okay, so we have two different kinds of seeds. Here's a pumpkin seed. Are seeds living or non-living?
Living.
Living, why?
Because they grow into plants.
Because they grow into plants. Good job. In fact, what do you have to do to make sure the seeds grow? Make sure the seeds grow. What do you have to do?
Add water.
Add water. All living things need water. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of water. Okay, and then as long as you water it every day, you can make it grow into a plant. And plants, it turns out, okay, do they breathe like us?
Yes.
They actually do. They do respiration. They do breathe like us, but they also do something else. Who has heard of photosynthesis?
Me.
So what happens in photosynthesis?
Carbon dioxide. It has to do with carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, right. So basically, we breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So, and plants, and plants here, what they do is they can take light energy from the sun and they can make sugars out of them. So we have to eat sugars, they can make sugars. So photosynthesis uses carbon dioxide and water and it releases oxygen. So we have our seed in here, and so it's gonna give oxygen, and now we're gonna add our worm. Who likes worms?
Ew.
Here, I can find one. Here, where are the worms?
I think they're on the bottom of the bag.
Oh, it's a cute little worm. Okay, so worms. Are worms living or non-living, guys?
Living.
Living. Why?
Because they grow.
They grow. They're so cute. Okay, so turns out that worms breathe through their skin. So you know how we breathe through our mouth and nose? They breathe through their skin. So you have to make sure that your biome is always kept moist, because where the worms need to stay moist so they can breathe through their skin. Also, what do worms eat? Who can tell me what worms eat?
Dirt?
Dirt, right. Worms are good composting animals, so gardeners use them a lot because they eat dirt and they make it into good fertilizer. So, what if I cover this? So, worms need oxygen to breathe. Is there enough oxygen in here for them to breathe?
No.
No. So, we're going to poke a few holes in here, so that make sure it's more than one, so that these worms can breathe. Now, okay, so now you have a biome. So, who can remind me what's in a biome? The three things that are in a biome.
Living things.
Right, living things. And if they don't get it, just take them back to the snow one, and then they'd be like, oh, they're bears and they're all living and non-living. Okay, so living things. Okay, so what are the living things in our biome?
The worm.
The worm is living. Yeah, the worm is living. What else?
The seed.
The seed is living. Is the soil living?
No.
Okay, so we also have soil in here too, and that's the non-living part. Now, what else? So you said there are living and non-living things. What else is in here? What did we add?
Water.
We added water. And what else is in here? In this space?
Oxygen.
Oxygen and air. Now, is that air, depending on how cold or warm this is, that determines what kind of biome. So water and air and like the temperature, those determine, they're also important. Climate is also important in determining biomes. So we said living, non-living, and climate. That determines a biome. Okay, so who can tell me the kinds of things that are in, like, so basically now you just go through now you guys go through
My
the
phone's right there.
Yeah. Now you guys go through the different biomes, and you tell them, here's the, yeah. Right, how much?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. So now you just go through the different biomes and tell them, okay, what's in a desert? Does the desert have a lot of water or not a lot of water? And then you just kind of, you know, tundras, they have snow. And does that make them cold or hot? What kind of living things live there? Actually, the tundra itself isn't really snow. There's not really snow. And then you can talk about savannas. Savannas were in The Lion King. Who saw The Lion King? Then savannas were there. What kind of stuff lived there? Wildebeest, Pumbaa. There you go. Basically, that's it.
Okay.